Hey guys, one more interview here from Mike Lindell's The Plan Revealed. I'm with Bill Kelberlau, you said?
Kelberlau.
Kelberlau?
Yeah.
From Texas, correct?
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this little interview with me. What I'm doing on these little short interviews is we're telling people all the little small stories about election integrity issues in states that I'm meeting from people all over the country here at this event in Springfield. And what I'm finding is that it's not about the 2020 presidential election. It's not about Trump. It's more about, the small issues. Is that what you're thinking or finding?
It's a small town, big issue for all of us around the nation. I ran for a sheriff's office back in 2016, and it revealed, without going into the long story, but I did the analysis. After the election, we started out with two candidates, and every time a poll was taken, another candidate jumped into it. So that by the time we did the primary, we had 5. And with the results of the election prompted me to go use my engineering background and do an analysis. So I did what's called the least squares analysis, statistically. And fascinatingly enough, all 5 candidates' curves, when looked at, had identical shapes, identical slopes, identical directions, and correlation factors were 95 to 98%. Statistically impossible results.
So you're saying that, so basically you see a graph, where like an echocardiogram, and you're saying that everything went up exactly at the same time for all 5 candidates?
All 5 candidates.
So you're saying that all 5 candidates had statistically the same amount of every ethnicity, every color, every gender, all voting for them at the exact same time, at the exact same percentage of the population all at once.
Exactly. And
how's that not possible?
It's impossible.
That's a joke.
You have one candidate that had less than 4% of the vote to the winner who had 60%, and all the curves were identical. So I continued my research, and actually Clinton Curtis, who was shown her earlier talking about his experience, I got a hold of his original clip as his testimony before the legislature and found out he had the same knowledge I did. I have a computer background, and I've hacked computers. I've taken control of people's computers, and I was actually a technology software acquisition manager in the PC days, as well as doing computer work in my graduate studies at SMU. So computers can be accessed from an unbelievable number of locations and controlled by anyone that wants to control them. So it's also the business side. At the same time, I did the research and found out that all of the major software electronic computer companies over the years have exchanged ownership, technologies, and everything else. So there's no integrity between all the companies, even though they call themselves competitors.
So what's interesting is you're telling me that about these being hacked into. People tell me all the time, or I hear people all the time that say, well, elections machines can't get hacked into. I say, well, if somebody can steal your identity, they can hack into your credit card, they can hack into your checking account, they can do ransomware to a business, why wouldn't they hack into elections? And you've got some proof here of that.
That it's been going on for a long time.
So what did you do about it in your area or your district where you are?
Well, I confronted our election administrator and told him our results, and he asked me, can you prove this in a court of law? And I said, no, I can't, for the same reason you can't prove that I'm not telling the truth, and that's because you destroyed the evidence. So
wait, he destroyed the evidence?
Yes. From the early vote to doing the regular vote, they keep reusing the same memory cards, so they overwrite the data. He could not provide me any raw data from the primary early voting.
By law, how long are they supposed to keep it?
Well, there's some conflict there that we've been having in the state of Texas.
Basically, let's make it easy.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to erase it that soon after the election.
No, he was supposed to maintain the integrity for months.
All right. Well, do you have an organization or a group that you're involved in that people could go check out?
Well, I'm involved with a number of organizations, but we've actually gotten more locked in with Lindell's efforts and the fallout groups from that. So we do have a group now that's ramping up on the investigative side of this called Citizens Defending Freedom.
Okay.
And we're actively pursuing not only the work I've done, but all the more recent work in 2020 has been well analyzed for our county, and we have a significant problem there. We have a situation where in the 2020 results for our county, one of our commissioners refused to go along with the other ones on certifying the results. And we now have a lot more data on why she didn't, because we had significant errors and data issues.
Errors and omissions. Bill, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. I want everybody else to please share the video, and thank you so much for all your work and all your efforts. We're going to be in touch, all right?
We sure will. We'll keep up the fight.
Thank you so much.